This is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Stafford. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
A first run now for Kool1 Williams. They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Williams running left. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Kool1 now on 1st and 10. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Stafford. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Now Stafford. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now we got a player in some discomfort after that last play, and not the guy you want to see. That's quarterback Matthew Stafford. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside.
Davis on for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Looking to put a drive together. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they get to Stroud. Nowhere to go, and he goes down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Nico Collins, the intended receiver, and it's third down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Stroud. And that is incomplete.
That was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Second down and 8. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
You can't help but have flashbacks to the fourth quarter of Super Bowl 54. Emmanuel Sanders overthrown, and that was a similar tough throw there. Another one he'd love to have back, but another one he'd take a shot at, too.
We'll get that complete to the rookie from Arkansas. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
How about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there's double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at him and defeated it on that play. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually
under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. That's Azeez Al-Shaair getting through for the sack that time.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
18 Cardinal.
He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go. 60.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he takes a shot at the end of that play.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Gain of a yard. That's another Rams.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set. Go.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
And this is caught. He's got a touchdown away. From 6 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Now the try here for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
The score, Rams 10, Texans nothing.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of 26 yards.
Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Play action. Here's Stroud. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That's some good running from Stroud, and he gets them the first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the result. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest game. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Here's Stroud. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. So the play before, he gets loose for a big gain, but this time they get him in the backfield.
How about learning your lessons and quickly? As you just mentioned, before he gets loose. Now they look at it, assess, maybe make a little bit of a change, a tweak there, and they were on him that time.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Stroud looking to throw. And it's caught. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's...
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 75. And the Texans are back within a score. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7.
Texans 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. A beautiful fake. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Garoppolo now. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him, and able to bring him to the ground. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8.
Oh, right.
Throwing now is Stroud. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. Hands up forcing the incompletion.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
On the quick.
Running left, it's Mixon. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Kicker at nearby UCLA, Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will knot us up at 10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And able to get this out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McCord. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kool1 already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score.
Texans 10.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get the field goal range. And he still is yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Stroud off the play fake. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision to go and picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Stroud. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. Going for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jaden Higgins with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Texans have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. This taken in at the goal line. And the good kick pays off as he's only able to get this out past the 10-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play things close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the giver. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Give him 30 yards there. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Stroud sets up the play action. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
And Stroud now to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets right down on that one.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown, Houston.
Jaden Higgins making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Texans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
The kick is good.
Extra point by Fairbairn has not been good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. From the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line.
Viking 18.
Back to throw. McCord. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level.
That winds up pushing it back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
On 4th down, McCord. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Rams first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
Rams, first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go, set. 60 by 6.
To the right side, this is Kool1. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Nice effort for Jalen Petrie getting to him behind the line of scrimmage.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Looking to throw. McCord. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Set. Kool1 19.
Operating from the gun, McCord. And it's intercepted at the goal line. He had the good earlier throwing his first career touchdown pass. Now the bad, his first career interception.
So you had to have some balance at some point, right? Didn't have a well seek in our lives. But here's the thing. He had the success, you mentioned it, through the touchdown pass. Sometimes you press it a little bit more, try a few other things, but that's how you learn. He'll throw a few more interceptions along the way, but I bet he'll balance that with a heck of a lot more touchdown passes, too. That tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. A handoff, running left, Mixon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
For the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Route to the right, route to the right. Route to the right.
Back to throw. Stroud. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Abanikanda is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Abanikanda, the ball carrier. Touchdown, Houston.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And a lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards. And they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in, because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie,
nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Will Anderson in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
70 Ranger. Cowboy 8.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's good. Looked at. And a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. His throw incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Mixing up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. 6-yard return after a punt on 48. And they will take over 1st and 10. Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Looking to throw. McCord. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. yard. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. Oh, good move. The 20. 5. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Rams 17.
I just want to rock. I just want to rock. Body out of ya. Shorty got that body out of ya.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. McCord. And he slings one that's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try to throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. He'll try and do this himself. It's caught here by Adams. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
Israel Abanikanda. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, McCord. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot
The 2026 season has arrived. I'm Scott Hansen, and this is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 1. Lots to get to. We'll start in Philadelphia. The Eagles at home to take on the Cowboys. And it's the tight end, Jake Ferguson. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Cowboys come away with the victory on the road in the season opener. From there, it's down to the Big Easy in New Orleans. We'll check in on the Saints as they play host to the Arizona Cardinals. And it's the second-year man, Trey Benson. He gets it, he finds some field, and he's going to leave everyone in his wake. He's gone. The Cardinals have little problem here. They run away with a dominant win.